Hey guys, it's me, Joshy Benj, and today I have LEGO Star Wars 75137 Carbon Freezing Chamber. So I've been intending to get this set for a really long time now, and I finally got a hold of it about a week or so ago, and I think it's time that we reviewed the set. So starting with the minifigures, and then we'll move on. So the first minifigure of the set is, of course, Boba Fett. So starting off, this is a beautiful minifigure, absolutely stunning. I really love the leg printing we've been given here. I love the new pauldron that you get, better than the brown one you used to get. And I love they've actually slightly changed the torso from the one we got, the Boba Fett we got in Slave 1. Not the UCS one, but the one before that, which I actually have. And there's just 360. So we do get a version of his sawn off E3. So that's a nice one to get, the blaster at least. But my only disappointment of this figure is they gave him a clone trooper head, and I don't like that. I don't think it suits the figure. Sorry about that sound. If I just grab my old Boba Fett from that set, from Slave 1, I personally prefer the Jango Fett head they gave him because, well, he probably looks more like Jango Fett than an ordinary clone trooper. So that's just my thoughts on it. So yeah, now let's take off the head. The back printing, which is also something, oops, it's a bit annoying, also something new in and of itself. My only issue, of course, is hand printing. I mean, not hand printing, arm printing. Where is it? I mean, the Slave 1 will, I don't see why the arm printing needs to be an exclusive, but it is. And I personally love the back printing. I mean, I don't really need the jetpack just with that back printing included. Right. Let's move on to the next figure. Right, so the next figure in the set is, of course, Han Solo. So, you get two variants of Han Solo, the Carbonite version, right here, and Han Solo himself. So, first thing I noticed about this figure when I was building the set was the dark brown legs, because, let me just get the original Carbonite Han Solo. So Carbonite stays exactly the same. The original one we had the exact same shirt, but different legs. He had printed with the blaster holster. I don't know whether the blaster holster was actually included in the film. I'll have to rewatch Empire Strikes Back at some point anyway. No back printing on either of them, but big difference. I personally prefer the dark brown legs actually, because I think it looks way nicer. The big difference is obviously the new Han Solo face, but the back printing, that's when his face is being frozen in carbonite. And I think, for me, this one really works well in the carbon freezing chamber set. I just love it, because if you actually compare it to the carbonite, they are a pretty decent match. So it actually looks like he's just been frozen in carbonite, which is something that I really like. So let's move on. So next is the Carbonite. So I'll just remove it off the stand because it does come with a little stand. This is the Carbonite in and of itself, so it can be removed from the stand itself. So we've got some nice colouring on the side for the controls, and then at the back we have handlebars so we can take our Han Solo and slot him in. I personally prefer doing it this way, but in the actual set, you can also do it this way. And then just flip it around. Right, so I really like the detailing they did with the Carbonite. It really does reflect the Lego version of The Empire Strikes Back, sorry. Right, so the next minifigure, and probably the most exclusive minifigure and the best minifigure of the set, the Ugnaught. Now, the most exclusive minifigure of the set is, of course, the Ugnaught. He is highly detailed, what I really love is, as you can see, it's not being squashed because it's plastic. The head is plastic, not rubber, which is what I love about this. The fact that it's not a rubber head, because really for me the rubber heads were terrible. Like, all the printing on it just came off so easily, so I had to draw it back on with a Sharpie. So I really like it. So as you can see, it's got very nice printing on the front. Also love the colour of the legs because it really blends in with the actual harness thing, and I love the hands because they look exactly like gloves. So for me, this Ugnaught minifigure is hands down the best minifigure of the set. So now let's move on to the set. Right guys, so this is the actual set itself. So it doesn't really look like it on the box because obviously this bit is very bare. So just to explain the actual function of the set, I'm going to put my Han Solo there, like so. And really, like, the main function of this set is this knob here. So just going to move it forward a bit. So I'm going to be pulling on that knob, so just watch what happens. And that's the main function, turning Han Solo into carbonite. So you're really just rotating it around using this knob. You don't have to pull it all the way down, but it's a better effect if you do. So, and again. So this does move this bit, but I'm going to leave it like that. So if we rotate round, we can actually get a look at some of the inner workings. So as you can see, if I just focus here, this is sort of how it works. Then let's move on to another function. So this is a lift. So we're going to get our Boba Fett and place him on the lift, and then you simply pull it up like so. Just lift him up to the freezing chamber. Okie dokie. So obviously you've got stairs leading up to it, so these are really nice and detailed. What I really love about this set is the fact that the whole like area really reflects like the carbon freezing chamber, even though it's such a small scale of the chamber itself. So now we'll flip round. We've got a little control panel, just kind of like the bit where Luke fought Darth Vader. And so we can put our Ugnaught there, and he can control it. It's a printed tile, by the way, guys. So now if we open this out, this is the function I've yet to actually understand, but you get this, and let me just straighten that out. It does this. I don't know why it does it. I haven't figured it out, but you could probably get some playability out of it. So some nice pipeline there. So that is the carbon freezing chamber. Now let's go on to my final thoughts. Right guys, so my thoughts on the set. For a £20 set, it is an amazing set. I've got to be honest, like the £20 sets we've recently been getting, especially exclusively in the summer wave actually, have been dreadfully sized. I mean, the Phantom is tiny compared to this, and they're the exact same price. Plus this has 4 minifigures. So really I think this is what most £20 sets should actually be coming out as. Like, I think this year we've seen some amazing ones like the Assault on Hoth, and I hope they carry that on with 2017. Sorry, but this is an amazing set. You get 4 excellent minifigures, an outstanding set with loads of functions, and I just really like it. Though I kind of feel like, I know this is going to seem a bit off, but maybe, just maybe, instead of Boba Fett and the Ugnaught, take them out, put Darth Vader and Luke in. Because I know that sounds really weird, but I actually think Vader and Luke, because you can get a lot more playability if you've got Luke there, and then you can put Vader, and you can pull Luke up there, and you can have Vader fighting Luke, and then in the carbon freezing chamber, you can have the carbonite, and then you could just pop it up, like, if Luke's about to get frozen, just like in the movie. And I think that would have been a bit better minifigure wise, but the minifigures we actually get make complete sense and they really work. Maybe they could have just added in like Lando or Leia. That would have been really cool, because we haven't actually seen more than one Cloud City Leia and only one Lando with his cape on and everything. So it'd be nice to get a set with Lando, bearing in mind, though we are getting one. Winter 2017 sets. So yeah, if I was going to rate this out of 10, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because it's just such an outstanding set. I really like it. I can't really complain about any of it. Also, one thing you can do is also you can lock the lift at the top, which is also really cool, and I didn't know that. Though, the function over here, I would love to know exactly what it's for because I can't figure it out. This bit here, why is it there? Maybe is that meant to be like Luke jumping out? I don't know. But it's confusing, and I'd love to know what it's for. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, like, subscribe, and check out my other reviews soon.